stuck in right off the rip and do what you can.
All right. Let's see what they can do here as we're jumping right into the action. Round number 1 of map 2. Tourmaline starting on T side, and please send help on the defensive end. They've got 3 players on B. Do please send help. 1 playing towards mid and only 1 on the A site. That is Lovergirl. We'll see if they can deal with this push, and indeed they can. Jessica gets the 2K instantly. Does go down to Turok, so some space gained here by Tourmaline, but that one smoke missed the mark. Dreamstorm still going to find the head of Senna, and now Mads tries to peek around, almost finishes off Turok, but that bomb is planted, so that's important for Tourmaline to at least build up the money. Unfortunately, the bodies will not stay standing much longer. Kiki with 2, and Lovergirl with the killing blow.
Killing blow indeed, and here's the thing though, Tourmaline did not force into second round of that first matchup, despite winning both of those 2 pistol rounds. Or losing both the pistol rounds, I should say. But they're going to force up here. And they're going to go for full Khalils, it looks like. And that's another interesting decision here. You don't normally see a team go full Galil. And TSTK is foregoing armor. With enough to get a vest. I'm a little confused about that one, but we'll see. I guess TSTK just feels fine without the vests. Bought the glass cannon P90. Back on overpass, so to rocks. Oh, this is the problem, though. Wait, Sen only gets 1. This was Tourmaline's chance.
Jessica's and Kiki are in a really good spot here. Oh, Jessica's does get cleaned up by Dreamstorm, and it will be a 2v3. A very weak advantage, though, for Tourmaline, because Dreamstorm's down to only 2 HP, and Kiki's in prime position to get the frags here, along with Lovergirl. They're stacked up together. I'm not sure if Tourmaline are aware of this yet. And here's the peek from Lovergirl, dropping Jediah there in the second and the third. They get them all. Great job by Please Send Help. I thought Tourmaline might have the edge for a moment, but Please Send Help clutch it out in the 2v3 to find themselves a second round. Now, I think the problem there for TSTK is being on a glass Galil, which I have never said myself before. Honestly, you don't usually see it because you're buying the Galil under most circumstances, to ensure you have the body armor and the utility, and that didn't come through for TSTK. I would have rather she had gone for a Mac 10 if she really wants the utility and get the body armor, right? But anyway, it's going to be a full-on save here for Tourmaline, and as you can see, the result is clear. Please send help. Well, perhaps that's what Tourmaline are saying right now.
Yeah. I think they're probably going to be trying to phone a friend right now. Things are getting a little rough here in the start, and they had their opportunity, and it got yanked away out from under them. Tourmaline will have AKs, full AKs across this team right now going to this round. Plenty of utility as well, though TSTK only investing in an HE despite having money. It feels to me like Thoraya, TSTK, and Dreamstorm are playing this with economy in mind and not fully investing into full belts of utility. And even when TSTK did have the glass cannon Galil, she only had a smoke. So I don't know if either they're not comfortable with using all the utility or they just feel like it's a waste of money. It's just, at least buy a flashbang.
It's not a waste. You need the utility. We talked about this in the pregame. It's so important to have that available to you on Ancient, unless you're Thoraya and you just win 2 battles dry against Senna and Jessica. So that's a great start for Tourmaline. 5v3, and they do get the smokes thrown here onto the B site. So at least have that control. That said, please send help. Still have Kiki, Lovergirl, and Mads coming around here. Mads could catch off Thoraya. Yeah, she's looking the right way and will find that frag. Does take a little bit of damage, but that could open up some space for Lovergirl to come in. Do they know Lovergirl's here? They do. TSTK finds the headshot with the AK, and Kiki will find the insta trade. 2v2. Please send help. A little weaker in terms of the HP. Dreamstorm in the cob. He won't get spotted out, and she finds Mads. Flicks around to try and find the last one, but no, it's Kiki. Does she realize TSTK is here? Bomb taken away. It doesn't matter. TSTK will find the headshot, and that will give Tourmaline their first round. So despite the fact they don't fully invest into the utility, they still managed to get the win, and it's largely in part thanks to 2 nice openers from Thoraya.
Yeah, including the second one, which is a continuation spray through a smoke. So Thoraya, definitely a very good job in getting those double openers for their squad. And please send help getting a little too aggressive, and they got punished for it. They're not going to have a full buy in terms of M4s. They'll have a FAMAS on Lover Girl who wants to get the full utility up. Jessica's and Senna are going to be low on utility as well, but the op will definitely make up for it. Good opening pick there for Senna. Still sticking around as well. Might be a commonly pre-fired angle, but Senna has the confidence to hit that shot before a return fire can come through from Tourmaline. Not a believer in Peeker's advantage, it seems. Still, Tourmaline pressuring more towards the A side of things. Slow and steady, though, not over-aggressing anything and not reacting panic-wise to the opening pick against them. But one thing to note from Please Send Help, they're not over-aggressing themselves. They have one in-house, they have one in Donut, Mad's up in Jaguar, but nobody's overextending. Nobody's doing that push through mid and up Snake again. They learned from their mistakes in the last round, and they want to play this a lot more disciplined here, and it should work out well.
Mads continues to wait in Jaguar. Tempted to peek. You can feel it. She wants to look around that corner. Mr. Rocks has walked past that position. Will the timing be in Mad's favor? No, she's just going to continue to hunker down in this corner, and Tourmaline's running out of time. They don't exactly have that much map control. Maybe the player over in A main will call the reinforcements on forward. That's Thorea. And yeah, that will happen, but Tarox is dropped, trying to get into Red Room. Jessica's finding that. 20 seconds left to take the A side on Ancient. Oof, I don't know. There's only one player here, though. That's the good news for Tourmaline. Lover Girl gonna throw a pop flash, and Thorea overloads. That's Lover Girl down with the reinforcements. Have time to come in, and Kiki gets the 3-piece. 4-1 for Please Send Help, just like that.
Yeah, I think Kiki was kind of just being Spock in Wrath of Khan with the flash.
Yeah.
Dies, but makes the round work anyways because of the donut flank. Or rather, it was Lover Girl, not Kiki. Kiki got the kills. Girl, yeah. But Lover Girl was Spock from Wrath of Khan right there. Just sacrifice. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Gets the flash, and Kiki gets the mow down on the blind players. So I guess worthy sacrifice there for Lover Girl. Gets the round for Please Send Help. And Tourmaline back on pistols here. A couple of P2s, Deagles, and a Tech 9. Glock for Jandaya. Could have bought some armor behind these pistols, though, and a couple of players, which I think would have given them a little more meat to this round. Mads, though, has a lot of work to do to stand tall in this round. Sprays away, gets a pair, but only 2 kills. Jessica's is coming through on the rotation, probably wishing there were multiple Jessicas to make at least 2 to help out, but bomb plant? Oh, sidearm saves the day for Jessica's, and Please Send Help, only losing 1 of the round.
I think Senna misclicked there as an incendiary came out in the middle of a fight. So yeah, ends up putting it away quickly and going back to the AWP. But some scary moments. Tourmaline can't get the bomb plant though. The sidearm takes care of business, and Please Send Help cruise their way to a 5th round victory. I think something we're seeing from Tourmaline here, I don't mind economic discipline, right? I think it's important, especially, as you're moving forward on CT side in particular. But on T side, you can invest a little bit more. You don't have to be as shy about going for those force buys in some cases, and in particular, the body armor, right, which they could have gotten in that previous round. Here comes the aggression from Mads, but she will go down. Jandaya and Tarox get 2 back, and it's Kiki once more who is just on an absolute tear right now. 14-1, and has pulled this round back within striking distance for Please Send Help, but Tarox is going to get the response. Jessica's dropped, and now that's B site completely taken. Please Send Help have the economy. They can definitely go for this retake, even though they're a man down.
I don't think we mentioned this, John, but there's a double op set up on T side for Tourmaline.
Did not mention it. It's working.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, but it is working, yes. The ops are now going to be so strong in the post plant, which is really where you can get to see the shining grace of the double op. Ooh, did Kiki? No, just a body shot there, but still quicker on the trigger. Not going to be able to take out the one-shot point-and-click adventure game of the op, though, and Tourmaline will finally get their 2nd on the board. However, if their success is solely beholden to having 2 ops on T side, it's not sustainable. Granted, there's no ops now for Please Send Help, so the opportunity is there for Tourmaline to get this one to about 4, even 5 rounds, depending on how this one rolls through. This is their opportunity, though, and Blind Jessica's has to fall away in towards house. Dreamstorm, the roasts down to 44. And so technically, Please Send Help win the early damage engagement. Oh, the MP9 against the op, and is it going to catch Dreamstorm? Yes, it is. And Mads rushes through Snake. A little mad about that last round, and will not let the double op have its effect in this one.
Yeah, I mean, double op is hard to sustain here in Ancient, like you're alluding to. Senna's going to peek out from Jaguar, get one, but traded out by Tarox. That said, Tarox takes so much damage. Only 110 HP combined now for Tourmaline versus 374 on the Please Send Help side. And of course, 4 bodies up there. They have all the information, do Please Send Help. And as a result, Tourmaline going to fall off of this hit towards the B site. There's still time to go for something. But yeah, to talk more about the AWP, in particular on T side of Ancient, one can work, especially if you're trying to find a pick towards A main or maybe into the B site. But there isn't really much of a chance to use 2 in an effective manner, especially considering it's a big map. You have a lot of ground to cover, and you're better off having 4 AKs than a double op. Not to say it can't work, it's tougher to make it work than on a map like Dust 2 or Mirage. 30 seconds left on the round, though. Jendaya holding the flank, scopes in, but a little too slow on the trigger. Does connect on the second shot. Jessica's whiffed on the spray, but time is going to tick away, and there are 2 players waiting on this A site. At this point, I mean, Tourmaline has a little bit of utility, but it's going to take a Herculean effort to even find the bomb plant, and they're committed to the save.
They are indeed, and they're not going to save the op. Tarox!
It's a weird...
Cracked open too.
Sorry, Austin. It's a weird position to save in, to be an A main, right? They probably should have gone towards T spawn or even the B double door, something a little more safe.
Yeah.
to save in, right?
I'm not a big fan of saving on T side in general.
Yeah.
It really just puts you in a rough economic situation because it breaks the whole economy balance. And even then, if you do get hunted down, there's not really much of a safe spot to save if you are a T.
There can be, but just the thing is, you're right. You lose the bonus, right, going into that next round. It can make sense in certain circumstances. It really depends on where your loss bonus is sitting. Either way, timeout going to be called here, I believe, by Tourmaline. Another risk, right, on T side of saving is if time runs out and then the CTs get you, you don't get anything and your economy is completely bust. So, oh boy, Please Send Help. Having a pretty good CT side. Tourmaline, though, I mean, it's not out of reach, right? They got 2 rounds there. They managed to squeak those through. They need to find something more here. A force buy wouldn't necessarily be a bad decision in this situation because Jendaya and Tarox are sitting above the 5K mark. They can drop a couple of AKs. I think actually Tarox can drop a couple of AKs and still get the body armor. And then you can have a TSTK come through and the rest of them maybe buy a couple of SMGs. Is my math correct there? I'm just doing it in my head right now. Yeah, you can get 2 AKs, but without the head armor. So yeah.
I think it's a worthy gamble. I mean, you could probably go. It's basically an M4. The Galil is an M4A4 essentially with a rougher spray control, slightly slower fire rate, worse initial accuracy, and well, now that I say it like that, it doesn't sound so good. But it's quite a good rifle, especially for $1,800. You really get your money's worth on it. It is the great budget gun in this game. And then you compare it to the FAMAS, and the FAMAS just looks like a pile of rocks.
The FAMAS is just
you might as well be using a sling at that point.
You should not almost always, but usually go for the MP9 over the FAMAS.
Yeah.
I don't see a reason why MP9 is just, it's a monster.
Yep. Now I would take a FAMAS over a Bison.
Yeah. I mean, the Bison got a bit of a buff. Look, I mean, there's a special place in my heart for the Bison because of how many rounds it has in its magazine. 64 rounds, and you can just literally run towards your opponent spraying, and you can probably find a headshot here and there. And if you get a couple of headshots on an armored opponent, even I'd say I think it takes 3 sometimes, but it depends on the range you're at. You're in pretty good shape. So I don't know. Bison's interesting depending on the circumstances, right? It's very situational. Yeah.
Use it on the anti-eco. You'll have a fun time.
Especially against unarmored opponents. It's a fun time for sure. But I think we have another technical issue coming through here.
Yeah, that does look to be the case here. Now, if you are Tourmaline here, John, are you going for that full invest? Or are you going to use the power of the Tech 9s, get a hero AK on Jendaya and Tarox, and see what the wind will carry you to? Because I feel like that's a good compromise between going fully investing and then not going invested enough.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of AKs bought up around Tech 9s could work out. I'd like to see a quick hit here from Tourmaline because they have had some success, in particular towards the B site, taking it quickly. Their utility has been pretty good, making sure that caves along B and short B are all smoked off to clear the space. So why not try that? I think it isn't a bad call, and they have a lot of time to at least talk things over here while we sort out this issue.
Yeah, it looks like there's some DCs over on the police and help side, so they're going to try and figure that out as soon as possible. But aside from Ancient, John,
Yes,
what map do you want to see gone next?
Mirage.
Thank you.
That's not even. I don't have to think about that one. I would love it if Mirage moved its way out of the pool. It's definitely gotten a bit stale in my mind. It's just there isn't much else that can be explored on that map that hasn't already been explored in terms of strategies and everything that we've seen. So it's just the same stuff kind of coming through again and again and again. And I would just love to see something fresh. For me, if that's not the next map removed, I don't know why it wouldn't be, right? A lot of people might say, oh, Dust 2, but I don't know. Dust 2's been around for so long and it already got removed in the past. I'd rather see Mirage kind of take the hit, at least for the time being.
Now, in terms of my own personal playing experience, I would rather have Dust 2 removed over the Mirage just because it's easier to play Mirage than Dust. But in the end, I honestly would like to see Mirage gone. As you said, there's nothing more to do on the map. It's been run dry. And it's kind of just that map where does anyone actually enjoy playing it at this point?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm
now,
sure
what do
there's
you
some
replace
people who love
Mirage
it, right?
with?
There are always those diehard fans of maps of both Mirage and Dust 2 and people
True.
who love to play it. But I think at a competitive level, there are probably frustrations on most teams being on those maps, but they have to accept the fact that it is going to come through. We've seen a lot of Dust 2 lately. Perhaps the change that was recently implemented where you can't see through to the double doors from T-spawn anymore have inspired teams to try out the map a little bit more. It does open up that space to charge down mid and even get into the lower tunnels a lot more quickly and in a way that the T side won't even know, right? So there's a little bit more of an interesting dynamic to Dust 2 now, and that's perhaps why we're seeing it more, whereas Mirage is just, there haven't been changes in so long. But
what do you mean? They added the bench.
We're going to get back to Ancient. That's not even relevant. I don't even care about the bench. Back to Ancient in a few moments, guys. It looks like everything is getting solved here. And yep, there we have it. Looks like all the players are back in here for Please Send Help, who, I mean, probably wouldn't be upset with the fact that Mads is cloned twice to have 3 Mads on the roster because she's been playing very well for them whenever she's been in the roster. But it looks like things are going to get going once more, and that scoreboard will be fixed as all 5 players have rejoined here for Please Send Help. Senna is going to get the opener. Good aggression coming through. That nade should do chunky damage as well. It does. Jendaya goes down to 10 HP. Jessica's trying to clean things up. Only gets to rocks. And in fact, 2 coming back for Tourmaline. That's going to be an op on the ground, I believe, for them to recover 2 and some rifles. So Please Send Help. Need to be careful. Can't over-aggress, and Jendaya is going to be happy to grab the big green and try to do some damage here. But here comes the flank from Mods. TSTK cannot take a step on further. Luckily for Tourmaline, Dreamstorm and Jendaya did manage to slip on through and make their way to the B site. But I think that Mads has realized the space was open for this to happen. So she is going to come back. Oh, no, maybe not. She's staring at the double doors. If Tourmaline play this right and don't make much noise, they could easily find Mads.
Oh. They're going to go straight to the plant, though. That's unfortunate. There's no way they expect Mads there. They were looking for a peek, if anything. And also, given the situation, they didn't want to allow Please Send Help to get the flank back through Cube. Jendaya could technically still win. Oh, the bomb behind the pillar. And that's a good defuse spot. Oh, wait. Did Liverpool release E just too quickly? I think so. And that's a costly round, too, for Please Send Help, losing 4 players against 5 MAC 10s. That was all Tourmaline invested in that round. 5 MAC 10s.
Honestly, yeah, I'm surprised that just a bit of a miscue there, releasing the E key before the bomb was fully defused, and that cost them a life. They could have had 2 players, I'm pretty sure, going to the next round if the defusal had just been finished off in the first place. So anyway, 7-2 in favor of Please Send Help. Senna is going to go for that aggressive push again. Why not? She's been very solid with the op in that position. Lover Girl going to get 1, flicks around for the second, maybe the third. Indeed, Lover Girl, the 3K. Mad's going to try and find 1 for herself, but Tarox actually wins that duel, so it'll only be a 2-man advantage instead of 3 now. The Tourmaline don't have the bomb. I don't know if Please Send Help realized it was down here. I don't think they pushed up that far through A main, so we'll still be in control of that bomb on the Tourmaline side. But Please Send Help. I mean, look at this. They know that no one is around mid. They're probably going to figure out that the B side is free and clear soon too. And with that information gained, we'll perhaps send a player back to A to support this hold by Lover Girl, who's actually quite weak in terms of HP.
Yeah, and they have so much control everywhere else other than A. There's only a matter of time before they start to make the rotations back. With Kiki getting all of this information, yep, there goes Senna, finally making the move. Keeping an eye on mid, actually, I like this call. Because they could theoretically have gone through mid as well. They could be in Donut. They could be up through A main. There's a lot of different angles, and Kiki's even going to put the pincer on in towards spawn. Are they going to expect her here? Oh, timing. Does she get by on notice? I think she has. Yes, sprays down 1. Jundaya has an op. It misses the first shot. Has to go back. It's a sidearm out for Kiki. And the USP will find the execution. Messy engagement there, but Please Send Help. Continue to stack up the rounds. Let's watch this again from Lover Girl, though, because this was absolutely fantastic. Using the A1S to its best. Just holding down mouse 1. The much more forgiving recoil. You can get the headshot on the recoil spray up. And Lover Girl just holds down the 1 angle. It wasn't even like they beat you 1 by 1, dude. Those were all pretty quick transitions there from her to be able to get all 3.
Absolutely. And, well, yeah, I mean, Lover Girl definitely contributing on that round. But one thing is for sure here, Austin, Kiki likes to play on Ancient. She's almost hit a 20 bomb, and we're not even done with this first half. 17-3 on her side. But we'll see what she can do up against the AKs now of Tourmaline. 4 of them, in fact, and 1 MAC-10 in Jundaya's hands, so she can get that utility into play. Lover Girl coming through here. We'll eat a nade going down to 54. Backs off because that nade is thrown, and that's the right decision.
Oh, yeah. The wise decision. Throws in the incendiary as well to get more time and space to back away. Senna, though, has spotted a couple of players out towards middle. Has to be careful not to get picked off, though. The smoke will guys off her angle. And Kiki will rotate back into Donut. Kiki's going to look for a couple of delicious treats out here. Maybe even go for the swing. Yes, dry peek, but just over the head of Thorea. Finally converts it, but is forced down. The MAC-10 running her down, trying to pick her off, and will be successful. In comes Senna, though, a little too late on the flick. Has to fall away behind the side boxes. Very exposed position. Has to be careful. Dreamstorm, in the meantime, finds death there, and, well, Senna had to be careful as well. Mops it up.
Oh, no.
Team killed. Lover Girl. You're supposed to be love. Team killing is not love.
Ends up going down to Lover Girl, who just said, you know what, I'm tired of you missing. I'm just going to take care of this with the rifle. But no, I mean, Senna did a really good job there in that situation. Did miss a few shots, but it was tough, right? You're having to re-peek into 3 players and ended up taking out 2 players after those misses. So it's okay. Senna making up for it. She's up to 7 frags, and Please Send Help still win the round, forcing Tourmaline back onto a pistol buy-up. The thing is, Tourmaline do have the full loss bonus, so they could have invested a little bit more into this one. Again, perhaps a little bit more utility from TSTK, but instead, it's going to be Aria charging out here into Senna, and Senna flashbanged it all, finds herself a second frag with the big green. She's starting to catch fire, and I thought she flicked for that one, but it's Mads to get the last 3 on the anti-eco. 10-2 for Please Send Help.
I think Senna got a leg shot, and then Mads just finished it up. So, good little cleanup crew combo there between Senna and Mads over on B. Then it's going to be Tourmaline back to the drawing board again. T-side has been a little underwhelming so far, and unless they're able to turn the tide back very quickly here, it's already round 13. Only 3 more rounds to go in this half, counting this one. They They'll need to get 5 on the board, I think. If they don't get 5, their chances of being able to pull this one off dwindle exponentially. Mads caught off guard by Dreamstorm, though. Good timing, but Senna's right there for the aggressive peek. And that's a good trade right there from Senna. It's not going to be B anyways. It's going to be A. But it's incredibly hard to even get anything done on the A side if you are a T side team. If you get the bomb down, that's kind of a win in and of itself, because keeping a post plant on this one is very difficult.
The A side is a bit ripe for the taking here for Tourmaline, but that Molotov is really good from Lovergirl because it holds them off at least for a few more seconds. Nade comes through, does a little bit of damage, and now that gives time for the reinforcements to come through on the police and help side. Lovergirl is going to get one. Jessica gets a second after Lovergirl goes down, finds herself a second on the round, then the 3K for her. 11-2 for Please Send Help. Tourmaline just taking too much time to push out there, and of course, to the credit of Lovergirl, she delayed them even further with some great utility usage.
Yep, great utility usage here, and we expected Tourmaline to have a lot of that utility usage, but Please Send Help have not disappointed us at all when it comes to their knowledge of the map and the utility here. They've looked quite solid overall, and they look even more comfortable now as every round goes by, just more comfortable individually and overall in terms of rotations and getting those utility usages up. Mads holding solo towards B. Very interesting to go solo B. They wanted to go 3 middle and got that pick that sent it onto Thuray. Now the rotations are coming back towards the B side as Mads has smelled something and wants some help here to make sure she doesn't get overwhelmed all the way through. Tourmaline, though, down a woman again and trying to get something back into this round. Going to be hard-pressed to do so, especially now that Dreamstorm's been blindsided by Kiki. And down 2 players, it's going to be even more of an uphill climb for the T side.
Yeah, and Senna, thought she was going to get another one there, but ended up missing the shot, moving a little bit too much as she lined up her crosshair. Now she's going to settle down. Smoke comes through. She's peeking around the edge of it and will connect this time onto Rocks. Then finds herself another 3K. TSTK, the last player to fall in the round, and Please Send Help are on cruise control. 12-2 in their favor heading into the 15th and final round of play. And you're going to see it again. Great repositioning by Senna. Even though she's flashbanged, she knew she had the lineup and hits that shot.
Yeah, Senna's op is really fun to watch. It's really, really enjoyable to watch Senna with the AWP. Just the way she repositions, the way she goes for repeats, the way she doesn't panic in situations. It's very well poised opping, well calculated. It's pretty much as orthodox opping as you can get, and just the presence of calm that just comes off of her has to be great to be a teammate of too. Like you have her as your opper, there's nothing to worry about. You know Senna's good for at least one. Senna's not going to panic, not going to make a panic call. It's going to be like, oh yeah, there's 3 out 8 main. Oh wait, no, there's just 1 left now. Nice open, Jessica.
Yeah, absolutely. But the trade comes through from Tarox. There is Senna, though, to ensure that Tarox does not take another step forward through mid. And that will force Tourmaline off. And Mads actually sneaks through and gets in on the flank against Jandaya and Thoria. That's going to leave only TSTK standing, who does manage to take down Lovergirl and Mads. So a chance here still for Tourmaline as TSTK recovers the bomb on her back. 50 seconds left. And she might rotate full on towards the B side, which would be the right call because both Please Send Help members are in A main. And there you have it. TSTK will be able to get this plant. Is there more coming? Can she secure a 3rd round? It would be very important. Anything more helps Tourmaline going into this second half, Austin.
Yeah, if it goes down to a 13-2 score line, then Tourmaline literally has to win the pistol to even have a chance at getting more rounds on the board. It's a pretty dire scenario if Tourmaline are not able to, at the very least, get 3 out of this one. A 13-2 would be a death nail. And at the very least, they're conceding the plant. I do like the buddy system here, though, from Please Send Help. They don't want to get isolated into 1v1 duels. As I say that, Senna starts to go a little far forward, overextending just a little bit. Waits up, though. Waits up for her teammate. Yeah, you cannot spread out here in this situation. You need to play the buddy system here. Do not give TSTK a 1v1 duel. Go together and try and take the advantage in terms of numbers. They're going for util. They're going for util. A nade. It's here, but it's not going to connect. A spray from TSTK could do the job, and time is becoming a massive factor. They're pincering. They're back. They're forth. The shot doesn't connect. TSTK clutches up. We'll hit that break.
I'm gonna be the one to be tested. You are it. I'm unstoppable. Oh Lord, give me peace of mind. Ain't gonna stop until I get what's mine. Oh, oh, oh Lord, won't you set me free? I'm only happy when I can be me. Oh, show me my destiny. Hey, oh, ready to fight. Hey, oh. You can't hold me down. You can't hold me down. 'Cause nothing I won't do. Hey, come and watch me break up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey man, come and watch me break up through. Up above. Seek the strength to fight. I'm closing it up and open your door. 'Cause I'm loving the feeling of living and breathing in the new dawn. Nothing stopping me, I'm made of steel. Got a fire in my eyes. I know what's right.
All right, here we go. Second half of action. What a clutch by TSTK to close out that first half and at least get a third on the board for Tourmaline. I mean, she just managed to get 2 frags in A main, then read the situation perfectly, realizing that the other 2 players for Please Send Help had been pushed up towards that position, rotates around to the B side, gets the plant, and then just dipsy doodles her way into the perfect position and doesn't let Please Send Help take a step onto that bomb site, at least not onto the bomb itself, and get a defusal. She gets the last 2 frags, and that's all she wrote, literally. As we head into round number 16 here, Jessica's is going to move forward. Obviously important for Tourmaline to get this pistol round early and start picking up round after round to get back into this match, maybe building off of that great performance by TSTK.
TSTK's been a hero multiple times for Tourmaline. Thorea, though, the first to fall. In comes another on the Jedi. It's just a swarm of T's, and Mads has TSTK, who will not factor into this one. Rox has had the other clutch moments, and it's all down to her. She's picked up a pair, and maybe a chance for more, too. A kit, though, something she lacks in health, is now fast and fleeting. Rox waiting for the pushes, knows they're gonna go in, try and take her down. Finishes off by Senna in the end. 13-3 now. The score lines. Well, if that round at the end of the first half would have gone the way of Please Send Help, it would have been over for Tourmaline. This time, they don't have to force in, which they don't tend to like to do on second round after losing pistol. So they can go for their utility USP play here. Actually, it's a ninja setup for Turok, so we'll see if that actually comes through to fruition. But Please Send Help definitely do have all the advantages they could desire. The only thing I guess they would want is to only need 2 more rounds or 1 more round or already have won the game. But other than that, it's about as good as it gets for Please Send Help.
Please Send Help. Looks like they are going to have 3 players about to go into mid. Smoking off Donut's going to help here, of course, since Tourmaline are stacking up all those USPSs in that position. And Please Send Help methodically clearing out every angle here. Have to realize that something's going on. A little cheeky because Tourmaline, or they almost certainly know that Tourmaline's going to be on this eco. Jessica's charging on through, and they still haven't spotted them out. I mean, if Please Send Help slip through without having to deal with anyone, that's a good scenario. Senna is going to peek out here into Donut. I'm surprised Tourmaline aren't just peeking out all at once here to try and overload her, but they really want to drag her into Donut. She's not buying it. Throws a flashbang in and now is going to move forward. She's got support from her teammates and they take care of absolutely everyone. Only Dreamstorm left standing. She picks up a Galil, but won't be able to really use it. Lover Girl finds the Glock headshot. She's got 3 on the round and Please Send Help up 14-3.
Winning that round was kind of a dream for Tourmaline. They aren't able to come up with it in the end. 1 kill, though, I guess it's a consolation, a silver lining. But this is where they have to really make their stand. They cannot afford to lose here. TSTK opted to go for the M4 and armor instead of going for a glass cannon op. We've seen the glass cannons from TSTK in the form of Galils and P90, so I was expecting the glass cannon op to come through here. It will not, however. Jessica's holding for an A aggressive play, and actually, look how stacked towards A Tourmaline are, John. 2 in Donut, 2 towards A main. This is the most heavy A presence I've seen probably ever. And Please Send Help can very easily exploit a wide open B site with a good probe.
Jandaya has a chance here, to get some frags, and it's going to be Jandaya and Tarox to get 2. There we go. Please Send Help. Are also going to lose Lover Girl Thoria peeking out there, and she'll get an upgrade from the FAMAS to the AK. Okay, Kiki is still alive with Senna, and these are 2 of the most dangerous players on the server right now for Please Send Help, and they are going to return the favor over on Tourmaline with 2 frags. Senna getting the AK upgrade from the Galil. Now she's going to try regrouping with Kiki. This is getting dangerous for Tourmaline. They have to be careful.
They have to be very careful not to overextend, and they are starting to group up a little bit more in towards the middle of the bomb. Yet to be recovered, and time is ticking. Please Send Help are spreading out significantly. Senna the one to recover the bomb. Kiki up in red. Rox keeping an eye on things. Tarox has the idea somebody could be coming through mid-house, but it's going to come down to timing and who hits that first shot. Kiki goes around the corner. Belabored spray and finally connected by Tarox. But it's a great read here from Senna to think that the B site is woefully undefended. To make her way there, the 2 rotations are coming, though, fast and quickly. Senna, good pick on the first, but goes straight to the bomb. Doesn't expect the second peek and is traded out by Tarox. A first round of victory on CT side for Tourmaline. They stopped the bleeding early. The money also for Please Send Help, not the best, but we've seen this team very happy to go for a force-up buy, and they're going to have some AKs with this one.
Yeah, as they should. You got a 14-4 lead. You have the cushion you need to go for a riskier buy-up, and that's exactly what they're going to do here. That said, Mats and Senna don't fully invest, so it's just the hero AK from Lover Girl, and Kiki and Jessica's buying down to almost 0-0, in fact, for Kiki, but 750 left in the bank for Jessica's. Tourmaline setting up quite heavily towards this B site. A site not really defended that much. You got a smoke coming through for Donut, and Please Send Help should be able to take mid here. I think there's the possibility of a peek coming through, and Mads is going to go down to Thoria's M4A1S. Molotov comes out. That'll prevent her from retreating, but she doesn't really want to. She continues to take these fights one after the other. Jessica's her latest victim. Lover Girl and Senna do get a couple, but Jandaya comes out with the UMP45 of all things to get things back under control. But again, Please Send Help, making life difficult for Tourmaline.
Senna has the M4, but does not have any armor. Kiki has a deagle, but has the armor. Decision made there to give Senna the rifle in this instance, and they could move in towards a weaker A site. TSTK's in the fast rotation, keeping an eye on mid, more importantly. And Jindaya, the guardian of the cave, had that pick with the UMP. A will be the target, though, from Please Send Help if they can win the duel against Dreamstorm early. A 2v2 is a very winnable situation for them. I'm going to have to work hard to get it to this point, though. Dreamstorm, keeping an eye on things back in Temple. Time is of the essence now, 2:17 on the clock. Senna, where are you going? Senna's in from behind. Backstab. That's a plant, surely. And this could be the round now for Please Send Help if they're able to hold on. That's an upgrade, too, for Kiki. A rifle down for her if she goes for it. I think she's going to stick on the MAC-10. Senna's going to have to do all the work on a glass cannon M4.
I love that maneuvering by Senna there, along with Kiki, just isolating the player in Catacombs and taking them down. TSDK is trying to come through and recover here. She's been pretty clutch. Jendaya's going to pitch in for one on Senna, and Kiki goes down to TSDK. They do indeed find a way to win the round at the very least, but a costly one. They lose 3 players, only bringing in an A1S and an AK into the next round. They will still have enough to fully buy up, but Please Send Help. Get the bomb plant out of that. That'll help their economy. They should be able to, I mean, a force buy might be a little less advisable here because you have Kiki, Lovergirl, and Jessica's a little too low for that. So you're likely going to see a pistol buy up come through here and maybe calling a timeout to talk things over here.
Yeah, I think a timeout would be a good idea here from Please Send Help to really just stabilize things, as they don't want to let Tourmaline back into this map, especially given it is Ancient and CT has the massive advantage here. Please Send Help. They might be asking for help a little bit. We'll see. They don't have a coach registered, so they're not calling a coach, but definitely going to be asking each other for help. What do we do here? How do we stop the bleeding, and how do we get the 2 rounds we need to put this one to bed? Go up 1-0 in our group in terms of best of 3s. Up there with CLG Red for the top spot. Tourmaline, though, adapting well, holding their lines, and being able to win despite being on the brink of adversity a couple of times. So good mental fortitude coming out from Tourmaline, and I'm happy to see that from them in this early going, especially as they don't have the most league experience. It's a very good sign for them as a unit. We'll see if they can grow this one. That nade does some serious damage, and Dreamstorm might just be getting a nice, dreamy mo down here. Flashbang will definitely confirm her position, though. Has to be careful now. Sprays away 1 and 2. That's the bomb. The bomb! And now a third for Dreamstorm. A trade attempt from Mads will finally get it back. But TSTK's coming to stabilize things. And despite the bomb getting dropped, there's no recovery for Please Send Help. Swarmed down by Tourmaline.
Little messy on the spray there for Dreamstorm, but at the end of the day, she still gets the 3K, and then TSDK comes through to mop things up. So Tourmaline still in this one. They've got 6 rounds now. That said, Please Send Help will be back on the rifles, at least for 4 players. Senna, Lovergirl, Jessica's, and Mads all have the AK. Kiki settles for the MAC-10. She's the top frag, so I'm sure she can get the job done, even with the SMG. And Lovergirl, look at the space she's trying to gain here. They're going for the quick B pop, and it works. Tourmaline completely caught off guard, have to fall off here. Then Lovergirl cleans the clock of Jendaya. There you have it. Bomb is already being planted. Dreamstorm at Jaguar position known. Mads will take her out. And this is just a great change of pace by Please Send Help. Tourmaline not expecting it at all. And at this point, given that they're going to be down to their last chance to stay into this one, they might want to save the A1Ss, but no, they're still going to try and go for it. And I mean, the economy's not too bad, so they can force up pretty well in the next round, even if they lose this. So they charge for it. TSTK goes down for the count. Tharia as well, and only Tarox left here, who will get flanked out. Look at that jump from Mads. She gets the headshot to boot. 15-6 for Please Send Help. They've got 9 chances to close this series out.
9 chances, and they're looking to finish it on the first of them. Opt for Jendaya. M4s across the rest of the board. And Dreamstorm, I don't know if there's a gun down for her, but I think the P250 will be all she'll have to fight with in this round. Please Send Help, though. Good response off of the back of the timeout. Just putting that pressure on. Fast towards B again, but Torea Good flashbang from TSDK will open things up and pushing down more. Trades back and forth though. Even footing at 3v3. Jaya's op needs to hold the line. Jaya's op needs to hit everything. This is that first shot. Flashbang prep to go over top. Rotations are here, including a flank from Dreamstorm's P250. Kiki gets that bomb down, and the flank is being watched. Dreamstorm caught off on Snakes, and it finds T-Rocks. And Jundaya 1v3 with the op to stay alive in this matchup. Gets the first shot. Wary of the second through the smoke. Has the right idea, has the right read. Does she have the shot? Kiki goes forward. Kiki actually does not. Holds her nerve. A very good decision here. And now as the smoke fades, Kiki puts Jundaya down. And it will be 16-5, 16-6 for Please Send Help to take this one 2-0.